What's up, everybody? Base Game Review Podcast, episode 9. We're just under double digits, baby. I'm Fortron, and I'm here with my co-host, Warawana. Yet again, Max will not be here today. Sorry, ladies in our audience, and then also some of the men, too. I know he's a fan favorite. Yeah, the ridiculous amounts of money we've had to turn away for him to, like, take a shirt off during an episode. He's not into that, people, so stop asking him. He's happily married, so I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, he is taken. Anyway, he will not be joining us today. Yeah, this is a surprise episode that we're not recording on our usual day because we wanted to wait for the Xbox partner preview. Wara, what were your thoughts when they just randomly dropped that they're going to do this showcase out of nowhere? I felt like it was out of nowhere.
I feel like this is exactly what we need in the industry because all these leaks and just expectations and all the rest. We want shadow drops. We want stuff to hit randomly, and we want to be excited by it when it happens. And I hate it when everyone knows a full episode of a showcase before it even happens because it's boring. We want to see something that hasn't been leaked. So yeah, it's great. I love it.
I just think of Neil Druckmann like angrily on stage, like because
that was a bit. Yeah, play that clip right now.
The Last of Us Part 1 video, like the trailer pretty much got leaked before the showcase, and he's just up there and he's like, "Well, you've already seen it," and just play it anyway.
What
brutal.
About online? What about the online version? Oh, here's an artwork.
Yeah, here's a page that they were working on for 2 years. Like, it's like, people, you wonder why they're putting out remake after remake. It's like, yeah, they got to make that money back because they flushed probably 100 million, if not more, down the toilet working on that multiplayer game for it to just end up in the bin. And it's just like, and then meanwhile, getting revived from the bin, possibly, allegedly, is Concord. Wara, you've been making a few videos on those.
Yeah, I got a couple of videos. Yeah, I got a good engagement just mentioning that, I want it to come back. Let's see how it turns out.
I want it to come back.
yeah, let's go. But yeah, on that, like, I feel like me and you, the only ones who had like a red flag waving when Druckmann's like, here's a piece of artwork after 2 years of work, and we were like, this is a red flag. This is not good. And everyone else was like, no, let them cook. They know what they're doing.
So many people were coping so harsh because it was just The Last of Us Online, right? The first game's online portion or like whatever that they had, or did it have a special name too?
Factions. It had like the factions, like
wasn't Factions Part 2's like that was what they were gonna call the online portion of it, but didn't the Part 1, like the original 2013 game, have like an online portion?
It did, yes, yeah, and then a year before the release of Part 2, they said it is not going to ship with Factions. It is going to ship.
So they were both Factions.
At that time, I started saying, so you're getting less of a game. They're removing features, and then every Sony fanboy was like cutting me down, and that's fine. They had their day when
it's just like, guess what? Who was right?
Yeah, sorry. There you go. And now that game is inferior because of it. So now you missed out on the Factions in Last of Us Part 2, and you missed out on the game. You lost 2 times.
Yeah, that's kind of like a theme since 2020 is people will just like, instead of making like a new product or like a better product, they're like, how about we just take what we have and cut pieces out of it and then charge extra for that? And it's just like, well, then you're not getting a whole thing. They're like, yeah, but let's do it this way. It's like, oh, so we're going to decrease the price of the main thing, right? They're like, no. Why would we do that?
Oh, no, we don't do that around here.
Yeah, no, like if anything, up $10 more to $70, and then you pay extra. And it's like,
I don't. Yeah.
Meanwhile, Elden Ring was $60 even for the PS5 version, and Shadow of the Year Tree was $40.
Yeah. Sorry. And how much extra was the playing PvE and co-op for Elden Ring again? It was free, right?
It was a one-time charge of $60 with the base game.
Nice. You love to see it.
You could get the Ultimate Edition for $0. You could get the Platinum Edition for $0.
Honestly, I hate the deluxe editions where they're like $20 extra or $15 extra, or whatever it is. It varies. And it's just like, what do you get? And just like a different skin. And it's just like those same people buying those deluxe editions, I'm telling you right now, are bitching and moaning about $10 skins in free-to-play games.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like, it's just anyway, they just yeah.
Yeah, it's
Xbox Showcase. Let's go.
let's do this. I called it the Xbox Showcase in our poll, and it's actually the Xbox Partner Preview. Let's get into this, and we will watch. How about let's watch it, and then after each trailer, we'll pause it, and we'll take a second to like throw in our little comments.
Okay, that's good. Yep.
Let's do it. Okay, Xbox Partner Preview 2024. Everybody, let's go. You can hear it, right? Nice. Okay.
These shows always hit. They're always so well done, aren't they, lately?
All right, what do we got? Peggy 18. Peggy 18. All
Lots of
this
them.
shit. I don't know what this is.
Nowhere is this less than 18.
I keep coming back to this page.
Oh, this is
The author's
definitely
clearly awake.
Remedy.
It's like he's warning us. But about what? I mean, what does it mean?
Oh, Elementary. Oh, the lake house.
The Marmots had let the lake in.
This is Agent Kieran Estevez responding to an AWE alert in the vicinity. I need to speak with the Marmons.
But the water could not flow. It became trapped, stagnant. The pressure kept building, looking for release.
Visually stunning.
Oh yeah, the game looks great. Looks fantastic.
What is that? We have a situation in the lake house. All agents converge on the facility now.
Okay.
I'm outside, in a forest. Not here, not here, not here.
Nice.
October
Wonder if it'll be
22nd.
good
So that
as-
leak was right. There was like a leak.
Okay.
I think it was like they accidentally announced the launch date like for the Brazil copy.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
How do you move one frame ahead?
I don't think you can.
Not here.
There we go. Okay.
Okay, cool.
Lake house. Okay. DLC. I'll be playing this, but because I want to put out a review for it. But
Yep.
it's kind of weird that they took like a whole year to put this out, and it's like, bro, like get your game on Steam for one, like get it off of Epic Game Store, and like this game hasn't even turned a profit yet, and. But it looked okay. This is back to my game, my playthrough of it.
Yep.
Game looks fantastic. No one can
Definitely, yeah.
deny that. Like definitely the next level of graphic fidelity. The gameplay was kind of like it was just like it was like a lesser version of Resident Evil 2 remake. Like it has the same inventory system kind of. Like kind of like that crisscross. You use the D-pad to like select your hot items or your favorite items.
Yeah.
And it's like that third-person shooter kind of motif. But like the whole like, I get it. Like I don't know, but the whole like flashing a light at enemies to like make them like take damage and then shooting them. And the game kind of had like the same boss kind of recycled, just reskinned a little bit differently each time, and I thought that was kind of underwhelming. You definitely could tell that they put all of their effort and like the visual atmosphere for this game. So I hope this expansion adds something new, because they're kind of combining the universes of Control and Alan Wake together. Maybe they were always combined. Let us know in the comments, but
Apparently, I heard it was as well. But yeah, comment definitely. Yeah.
Did you ever play Control?
I did play Control, and I found it too scary.
Yeah, like
I'm not even kidding. Not even kidding. Like, I just found it too. Like, I'm really bad. I'm not kidding. Like, I'm just terrible with scary games, and it just makes me feel so uneasy. Like, it's different to real life. Like, I don't mind confrontation, but I don't like like anything's like this wasn't religious, but I don't like religious stuff, and like that just like freaks me out because I'm just terrible. My missus is like, you're such a anyway. This game, it just definitely seems like that atmosphere and story was number one priority, and then after that, it's the gameplay sort of style. My biggest, sorry, you finish what you were saying.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, like, I feel like it was just an excuse for the game director. I forget his name, but like the guy that does Mad Max's face. For him to just dance in the game, like the dance number, like I feel like it was just an excuse for that. I do really like how they mix in kind of like real life footage instead of cutscenes, like in-game rendered cutscenes, because I think it's kind of cool. Like it's an artistic kind of choice, and it probably saves a shit ton on development and like mocapping and then rigging and then like all that shit. Where you just throw in a video, just throw in a .mp4, boom, play.
Yeah, boom. Save 3 weeks of work.
Yeah, like exactly. I feel like a lot of people hype this game up, and it was just one of those games where it was popular for people to say that was like amazing, but it's just like sales numbers don't lie. Like it didn't sell that well. It
didn't sell well, yeah. So a couple of things. One, I think we need to start a bingo card for the Game Awards. One, Sam, I think his name's Sam Lake, I think.
Yeah, I think that's the character's name, isn't it? I don't think it's his real life name.
But that guy, we'll put it on screen or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
That guy dancing at the Game Awards again to advertise the Lake House, probably. Two, as you just said, sales were terrible for this game. There's no other way to put it, in my opinion. It is a massively marketed AAA title, and it didn't sell well at all. And we got Epic Games holding it because Epic helped develop it. And I've been told by multiple people that this will never go to Steam. And I'm with you, Jimmy. It needs to go to Steam.
But now it's like too late. It's like
the
hype's gonna be long past.
But like, I feel like to make its money back, it just has to go to Steam. And it didn't get a physical release, but the main thing is Steam, in my opinion. Yeah.
All right, let's keep this train rolling.
Yep.
Deluxe edition. I didn't get the
Find out
edition.
how Remedy is bringing a darker tone and
that.
horror elements to Alan Wake 2's second expansion, The Lake House, exclusively on Xbox Wire.
What's Xbox Wire?
That's their news channel website. Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Oh, Bloober Team. The medium DLC.
I gotta turn off the subtitles. I'll do that after this plays. See, shit like this pisses me off because it's just like, cool movie, bro. Like,
yeah, I know. I was thinking the same thing. Like, yeah, I'd watch this movie.
Yeah. Like, let me guess, the old lady like turns into something, like a witch or something.
Yeah, probably. Didn't see that coming, did you?
Oh shit, she knows her chest. Now, is this an in-game mechanic? So every combat situation you run into, you sit down and you play a game of chess?
I'd play that.
Yeah, you would.
But not everyone likes chess. I hate how they never show the whole board.
Yeah.
Like, let me see whether that was a good move or not. I don't know.
Oh, it's Doom Guy. Kronos.
Is this a remake? Am I overlooking? I don't know.
I've never heard of that in my life. Oh, is this gameplay?
Oh, damn. I mean, this game might be really far out. Maybe they don't have all the gameplay to show. Oh, it's next year.
2025. Okay.
Yep.
So that was Kronos. Yeah, I don't know.
Really
like,
good.
I can't get hyped over like a CGI trailer of like two people playing chess and like a video of like a skinwalker. I don't know. Like, it kind of like it's and like some of these designs too. I'm being super critical, and I'm sorry, but like I can't just be like, oh, like super hyped for every game. But like these are the things that I notice. But like the design, I gotta say, it's just like it always makes me think back to Hidetaka Miyazaki, and we all know what I do to him on the regular.
Yeah.
When he's like things shouldn't be grotesque for the sake of being grotesque. Like there should be some sort of dignity behind it or honor behind it. And it's just like some of these designs, you're just like, why does he have like a bunch of like spikies all over himself? Like what sense does that make? And it's just like, I don't like it. Is that just for like a look or whatever? Like, I don't know, like an HR Geiger kind of look from Alien. Like, I don't know. What are your thoughts on Kronos, The New Dawn?
Yeah, so obviously I'm the same as Jimmy in the sense that I can't get hyped over walking 40 feet, but I can acknowledge that the tone seemed good and I liked the visuals. But, you know, a lot of games look visually impressive. So, again, I'm not super hyped for this, but I will look out for more gameplay.
I think I'm still salty from Scorn because that looked cool. Then I found out it was a puzzle game, and I was just like,
an adult puzzle game.
Disappointed, yeah. And I can't even solve children's puzzles.
Yeah.
All right, let's keep this going here. Okay, very dark gameplay, great. Nice physics. I like the running. Oh, is this the finals or whatever?
Maybe. Blind fire. Okay.
Blind fire.
Yeah, I was about
Blind fire is a unique shooter that removes light from the equation. Find out how the project came to be.
Okay.
I just want to comment. I have really good eyesight, and I didn't really like the visuals in that, like how you couldn't really see. I was just like, I hope this is not gameplay because I can't see anything, and I just don't like it when you just difficulty is restricting visibility. I don't know. I don't know how to put it in words, but I didn't really like that at all.
Some ideas haven't been done for a reason, and like this feels like a boardroom decision where they're like, guys, what if we made a shooter but took away all the light and called it blind fire? And it's just like, Jensen, genius idea. Dump $400 million into it right now.
Wait. Make it so that everything is dark, but $1 for 1 minute of light.
Yeah. Please make the deluxe edition have one additional light in it, and then the premium edition has 2 additional lights. Okay, like I don't know. I don't play shooters, so I will preface that I'm not an FPS person. I suck at those games, and they should not have to convert for players like myself. But I hate hyper realism. I like it when you put gameplay first. So for me, I was like, I don't like the running animation because the camera was bobbing up and down to simulate as if you were running with a camera. And it's just like, that's going to make me feel sick after like 5 minutes. So it's just like, get that out of there. Like, I know it's hyper realistic, but like we don't play these games for hyper realism. We play them for fluid mobility and like fun of gameplay. So
But,
I don't know.
But But when you run, you run. Your head doesn't bob up and down when you're running.
No, but if you're holding a camera and then you were running and then you looked at your camera footage, it'd be bobbing up and down.
Oh yeah. Sorry, yeah, of course.
And it's just
definitely.
like,
I see what you're saying.
I get what you're going for, but
Yeah.
we don't want.
Yeah,
it.
I know what you're saying. It's sort of like our God, the Lord and Savior. Forget his name right now. The Steam owner. What's his name again?
Oh, Gabe Newell?
Gabe. Yeah, he said realism isn't fun. Like just because something's more realistic doesn't make it more fun. Sometimes you need to not be realistic to make sure the game is more fun. So, yeah, just adding to your point there, I agree, 100%.
Yeah.
What's next?
What's that phrase? Bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for Blind Fire.
Yes.
Exclusively on Xbox
And I'm not saying it'll
Wire.
pay off. I'm not saying it's a flop.
I'm saying it's
We're
gonna
just commenting
fucking
on what we
flop.
see.
That team's getting laid off for sure.
こんな砂浜で寝とったんや
Ooh, Japanese crab.
思い出せへん
Okay.
いやそもそもの話
Yakuza?
俺は誰や
Didn't a Yakuza game just come out? This is like
今のおかげ
DLC?
で命拾いした
おじさんが記憶取り戻すまででいいからさ、俺も島の外連れてってよ。父ちゃんには内緒で。
海賊ごっこちゅうことか悪くない響きやの記憶喪失で目覚ましてたったの2日
Yakuza Infinite
俺
Sailing?
は海賊の船長になって海にこぎ出したあいつらなんだ
Is this a meme on Skull and
マッド
Bones
ラ
or
ンティス
something?
ってと
Yeah,
こから
Skull
来
and
てんだ
Bones
よ。
DLC?
ギャングとかマフィアのたまり場の島。
I'm gonna admit, I'm interested.
ありかじいっぱい行く手に待ち受ける数々の冒険はお宝をめぐる戦争になっていくわけや
ブライスなき今マッドランティスはいくつかの犯罪組織で運営されてるよそのうち一番でかいのがクイーン・ミシェルってバーサの組織だ
よく来たねキャプテン真島に五郎丸の皆さん
マッドランティスにはカジノも女の店もあるが
This is Yakuza,
パ
right?
イレーツコロシアムに
I have
一
no
番
idea.
金が動く
海賊王レイモンド・ロード
They look like Yakuza,
見
but
事な
like
デビュー戦だったな船長やっと会えたな兄弟兄弟はやめ言うてろやこの先ずっと記憶喪失のままでいいのかヤクザ
he
の
almost
大幹
fucking
だったんだろ
crazy.
記憶戻らんかった
There's a lot going on.
海賊狩りを続けんのもありか
It is a Yakuza game.
Like, so is that DLC?
Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii. Yeah, didn't the game?
Oh,
Is
it's a
this,
new game.
man, they're just shitting those games out. Okay.
Yeah.
I've never played a Yakuza game or like a Dragon game. So this is definitely aimed at a certain demographic. I am not it. That's all I'll say.
I'm going to say the same thing effectively, except for that looked like infinite fun. The last one I think was Infinite Wealth, and they've always seemed interesting to me, but I'm just haven't got around to it, to be honest. Yeah,
Yeah.
they look super fun. They look good quality, and people talk them up a lot. So I hope the fans love this game and enjoy it.
Yeah. If there's people out there that love this series of games, then awesome. You got a new game like a year later. That's awesome.
Insane, yeah.
All right. Let's keep going.
Like a Dragon, Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii takes the series in a direction we never expected. Find out about its
That's
naval
true.
battles on Xbox Wire.
Yeah,
Man, they're really pushing this Xbox Wire shit.
yeah. I don't think I've ever heard
Oh, is this
any
like
Xbox
another
Wire.
Fallout 76 thing?
Cuphead DLC again?
Oh yeah, that could be Cuphead.
Yeah, maybe.
A clue, a lead. What more could a mouse detective want?
Oh my god.
Oh, is this game that's coming out because we'll talk about that.
Eureka! This is a real mouse changer.
That's gonna be tough. Like a whole game that's black and white. Remember Trek to Yomi?
I feel like it'd be fine to put color in. Right?
Time to play detective, then connect the dots. Looks like we just hit the jackpot.
hate games that constantly have the crosshairs in the middle.
Oh, okay.
Okay, Mouse PI for Hire. An FPS 2D, a 2D FPS game that's black and white with like a 1920s Disney theme. Like,
I feel like this is a byproduct of Mickey Mouse patent running out.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I think I recall that. Maybe that's it. Bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off.
We need to have a buzzer for that. We need to have a button for that just to play it every time.
Yeah.
Bold strategy. Let's see everything. So I feel like this is one that's a problem. I'm hoping it's low budget because I feel like expected sales will be low. But that not being a bad thing if the budget is low and it's just a passion project. It seems like there's a lot of love put into it. They went in with a clear design and vision, and I hope it's nailed, and I hope it's really great for everyone who plays it.
Who is Fumi Games and Playside?
Sorry?
Who are these developers? This because I thought the same thing to you. As soon as you said Cuphead, I was like, it does kind of look like Cuphead.
Yeah, and because it's going for I guess the same sort of era.
Fumi Games,
like a Pinocchio era sort of.
No, their previous title was called Galaxy Taxi. Okay.
All
right. Well, yeah, it does look like a project of love, and I hope it works out. I hope all the best.
Yeah.
Let's keep going. I am not your demographic. Is that? No, I was like, is that the end?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Hang on a second.
Did that say Blindfire was available today?
Yeah, they did.
Early access available today.
Yeah, they did say that during the actual clip as well. It was right at the end, I think, as you were pausing it. I think.
Maybe we should both download that early access.
Ooh, maybe I will.
You're the FPS guy, so.
Yeah. Actually, I will do that. I'll do it after the podcast.
Oh, Subnautica. At first, I was like, "Is that Returnal?"
Oh, because this was this previously only on PlayStation then? Oh.
I have no idea. I've never played Subnautica.
Yeah, VR only. No, it can't be. If it's on my deck.
I've seen some streamers play it, and then they like overreact when like a scary squid comes after them.
Number two, okay.
I've never played a Subnautica game. If you are a streamer and you need some streamer bait, definitely play this, and you can have all those moments where you're like, "Oh my god, like what? Like what is that? Whoa!" You
Maybe it's a fish.
Clips. Yeah. First game did well. I don't know. Great, bold strategy, Cotton. Hope it pays off.
Well, obviously they were happy enough to make a second one. The first one, I always thought Subnautica was a VR only game, but either the second one's not, or the first one never was either. So either way, once again, hopefully everyone who enjoys that and plays that has a blast. I hope it's a great game.
Yeah.
Not for me.
Yeah, I'm not your demographic.
Dive into uncharted waters in Subnautica 2. Adventure alone or with friends as you try to survive on an all-new mysterious alien planet. Learn more exclusively on Xbox Wire.
Exclusively on Xbox Wire. So they are using the word exclusive, just not with their games.
I am Shadow Donkey. Animal World is a game of many shadows. It's a game where every animal casts a shadow, and it's a game where you cast a shadow, and sometimes even the shadow of a shadow can cast a shadow.
You had a good time with this game,
You
right?
must step out of the shadows
Sorry?
and reveal
You had a
the
good time with this
secret
game,
which has
right?
been lurking
Oh,
in the
yeah. I
shadows
platinum it.
all
I
along.
love
Because
this
if
game. I was
these
about to say game
shadows
of the
are
year.
allowed to remain within the shadows, then who knows what kind of shady
Not really,
shadow
but you know
stuff
what I
these
mean.
shadows are
Good
going to do next in the shadows.
Indie game of the year.
What we must always remember is that without shadows there is no light. These shadows are evil, but some are not, and we have to look into the shadow of the shadow of the shadow to realize the shadow of the shadow within. So basically what I'm saying,
Such a good game.
Animalwha available today on Xbox.
Okay, that's a W.
Available today on
100%.
Xbox.
100% a W. That game is amazing. Everyone who enjoys any kind of puzzle game, not Jimmy, should play that game. It is just puzzle game, the game. And it's just, as you can see it's beautifully crafted. Video Game Donkey runs a studio called Big Mode, who funds passion project indie development games. Go check them out 100%. And this game was a blast to play. Reviews on Base Game Reviews. It was my first, or one of my first reviews, not the first, on there, and it was amazing. So yeah, Jimmy, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I'm surprised it didn't like launch on all systems, but we all know like Microsoft hasn't had the best of luck with getting back to people, so maybe they've resolved that now, and hopefully we see a lot more games like simultaneously launch on all systems. But no, that's a W. Let's keep it going.
100%. Yep.
X.
シキは無事宇宙へ行ったか。
マザーに会いに行くんだ。一番乗りを目指してな。
あんた外の世界へ行きたいって言ってたでしょ。今がその時よ。
ワイズシュタイナーは俺だ。てめえら誰なんだよ。
師匠に会って伝えなきゃいけない言葉があるんだ。まずは思考性を集結させるのです。
Gratuitous feet.
レッツグリッターオーバーヒールデストロイガンズハーベスト見つけたぞ。好き。お前の
Bro, is this a fucking mobile game?
マザーは実在しない。この広い宇宙のどこかに。
ガキがいいぜ。時間はねえが遊んでやる。
友達のいねえお前の友達になってやる。
Eden Zero.
I don't know, like when I was like 13, 14, like peak in my anime phase, like would I have thought all of these games are cool? Because definitely now I feel like there's just like there's too many of these and they all kind of look the same to me, and it's just like I don't know. But hey, if you're in that demographic, you're eating well. Like it's just like I feel like you've got is this a gacha game? I don't know, but it just looks like the typical like this kind of game.
If you're heavy into these games and you do not believe that they all seem similar to you, can you comment below and tell us that we're the idiots? Because I agree with Jimmy, and I just feel like they just a lot of them seem samey, and I can't really generate a lot of hype for myself to.
They always have these stories that are like so bland, but they try to hype up so like they try to do so much with so little, and it just ends up being like you and like your hot waifus that are in a party, and then you just like go around like just fucking taking out like bullshit mobs of just like low level enemies, and then every now and then there's like a boss. And it's like, Jimmy, you just described every video game ever. It's like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just like these really wide open spaces that you just go through, and you kind of just traverse to the end point, and not a lot of motivation. I don't know, but hey, it's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off.
Yeah, that's it.
Great, good job, Konami. Oh, is this another Flintlock or a Notria?
Oh. Forspoken 2?
Burn everything. This This looks like Fortnite with like... Hey, at least they got health bars. Boss health bars.
Yeah.
That's actually a glitch. It's not really a boss health bar. It's just because the boss was so big, they had to put a big health bar so you could see it.
The cart. Oh, he's climbing up the boss.
Yeah, is this more spoken? Got some parkour happening here. The world is your weapon.
This reminds me of the Ubisoft Breath of the Wild game.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
The Immortals Phoenix Rising or whatever it's called.
Oh, yeah. I was going to play that.
Yeah.
But I decided not to. That? I was, because I had that Game Pass.
Oh, yeah.
I got it for free through NVIDIA GeForce Experience. They just gave it to me, and I was like, all right, cool. And then I had nothing to play, so I just let it run out. And then I renewed it to fucking play Starfield Shattered Space. Oh, brutal. This, okay. What I will say is this game had incredible looking special effects. Like, all the fire effects looked amazing. All of the magic looked really cool. But a lot of these, I feel like this game was made in Unreal Engine. It kind of has that look. And it's because all of the scenery and architecture looked generic. Like generic, bought off of some kind of asset store and thrown into place. I don't feel like this game has a lot of unique art style, I would say. It just looked kind of generic, like generic Souls-likey kind of shit. I don't know. These games never end up being that good, in my opinion. What are your thoughts, Wara?
So my thoughts are exactly what Jimmy said in the sense of high visual fidelity does not equal good and non-generic assets. So you can have high visual fidelity, but you can still be generic looking, and I agree. That's how it sort of looked. The visual effects did look good, and then how there's fire and ice, that makes me worried that the game's going to be this sort of rock paper scissor combat.
Oh yeah, or like paint by numbers.
And I cannot say that I cannot state enough how much I hate that type of gameplay.
Same.
Every time you go up against a boss, then he's flashing blue. Oh, you got to hit him with red. Every time he's flashing red, you got to hit him with blue.
Yeah,
that's great on paper, but that type of gameplay sort of made me quit that recent side scroller, whatever that game was called. It's set in Africa. Can't remember. It doesn't matter.
Oh, that one on PlayStation that was free on PS Plus or whatever.
One. Yeah,
I think it started with a Z.
Yeah, I can't. Zao, Legend of Zao or something. Zao, yeah. Not here to shit on that game. But yeah, I wasn't interested, and I just feel like this game.
I'm gonna shit on that game. That game looks shitty.
Yeah, this game looks like it could be. I hope there's a bit of depth to combat. It might be a little bit shallow. We don't know yet, obviously. But yeah, if it is that rock paper scissors sort of gameplay, that turns me off. It's not for me generally.
100%. I'm not a baby. Don't tell me what to do, how to play. I'll do what I want. Bellring Games. Okay. Another gratuitous foot shot.
All the foot peeps out there.
Yeah. The anime game had it too.
This is reminding me of
was that Queen America?
I have seen the gods shatter into gilded mist. I have seen the hunters awaken. Steadfast heroes among them.
Oh, yeah, here we go.
And treacherous villains as well. I have seen the thrones brought low, faiths torn asunder.
As if you try and take that shot.
And all that still live before the end. They mourn and struggle in anguish and despair.
I have yet to see the ember that can rise against the dark.
Mistfall Hunter, okay, or Temu Elden Ring. It looks more like, again, Unreal Engine slop. Like, it's like, okay, how much of that was actual gameplay? It's like it all looked like kind of like in-game cinematic.
It was jumping between it. I didn't like that it was jumping between.
Yeah, and it's just like, when you do that, it makes me think it's like, okay, you're gonna be one of those games where there's like a little bit of gameplay and then you just play a movie. But my biggest gripe with a lot of these games is I know they're going for like a look. They're going for like a Viking kind of northerner kind of aesthetic. But like it just comes off generic, and I don't know, like, and the combat, I can always tell the movement in these games is bad because it just looked floaty. It looked way too floaty, and just like there wasn't a lot of like oomph to like your movement and stuff. And a lot of people interpret that as like, oh, do you want everything to be like super slow? It's like, no, I don't want it. Not everything has to be Space Marine 2, but like that just looked too floaty for me. They're not nimble ninjas. What did you say in your review?
Yeah, these are no agile ninjas.
Yeah, these are no agile ninjas, but in this game they are agile ninjas. But I see what they're going for, but it just a lot of these Souls likes, but this looks like an action melee game. I feel like it's just gonna be bland. Gameplay is gonna be not that great, and the movement just looks not there.
So yeah, I sort of want to touch on what you said there quickly on the floatiness. So if we use the start of the near the start of the trailer, that the guy did like a shield bash flip over smash, and so he did that, and it's just like that looks cool for one time, but how many times are you going to do that attack and then just not care anymore? And every time your character has to do an animation like that, you're not controlling the character during that animation. Enemies are moving. You'll probably be hit if you're ganked by 3 different enemies, and it just ends up making combat for me feel bad, and I don't like it.
I hate that.
Don't like it. Yeah.
I hate that when you have like a charged special attack or like a special attack that makes you're locked into this long animation, and they don't give you hyper armor, and they just let you like. And then also your attack doesn't like automatically like aim to the enemy. Like you could just like do it and then like completely fucking miss, and then just get like annihilated a bunch of times, like you said, if you're like ganked by a bunch of enemies. I hate that so much. So Mistfall Hunter, like I'm sorry to say it, like this looks like a throwaway game. I don't know, I don't see it being a banger.
It did look too generic. Like, yeah, I love Viking stuff, but it didn't do anything to make me go, oh, this looks unique. It just another Viking game's not enough for me to go there and suck it off.
Yeah,
straight off the rip.
Bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off. Okay, let's keep going. I will not be wish listing.
Mistfall Hunter crosses Souls-like and extraction.
They even put
games
Souls-like in the description, so you know that's what they're trying to do.
Find out more exclusively on Xbox Wire.
An extraction game too.
Oh wait. Oh, okay. That changes it.
Yeah,
changes
get
nothing,
the fuck out of here.
But it changes that. It was probably going to be co-op. I was actually thinking maybe it was co-op because I did see some NPCs.
Yeah.
So I thought maybe that was summoned.
There was like the mage and then like the warrior type. Is this the end now? Okay, no. Oh, okay. This is Roller Drome? Roller Drome is dope, by the way.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah.
Real sad that studio got shut down. A bicycle racing game.
I'm actually interested now watching this.
I like this art style. I know a lot of people don't like this art style, but I like the cell shaded kind of art style.
Yeah, Jusan had this similar art style. The one that the rock climbing one.
Yeah, more like 3D though.
Seems like it could be a bit of a cozy game too.
Yeah, you don't race for medals. You just We just raced for the journey. Wheel World. It's a bold strategy, Cotton. I hope it pays off for them. With these types of games, like if it's like any more than $10, like I'm not buying it. Like I don't know. Like it's such a niche within a niche, and it's just like I don't know. Like I hope they didn't like prop up everything on this game like being a smash hit, but it does look cozy. I don't know. I'm not going to be like itching to play this though.
Yeah, I feel like this is a game that you got 3 days left of your Game Pass sub, and you're like, I got nothing else to play right now. What am I going to play?
Yeah.
Fine, I'll try this.
Just crush this game your last 3 days. Yeah.
Yeah, let's check how long to beat. Okay, yeah, 35 minutes. Yes, sweet, I'll download it.
Sweet,
so
done.
I feel like if I had this installed, my twins would be like, I want to play this, and they would love just cruising around, just being cozy and just having fun. But as someone who like probably wants to play something different, I'd probably play something different. But yeah, it doesn't seem bad.
No,
yeah, like
it doesn't seem bad. It's just like for me, like I just take like a realism approach to it. It's just like who are you after? What audience are you after for this? I hope they buy it. It doesn't look like my cup of tea though. But I'm not your demographic. That's all that.
But just quickly, every time you're playing a game, you could be playing any game, right? So if you're playing this, why did you choose this over Space Marine 2? That's all. Yeah, everyone's got their own preferences, but that's how I'd see it.
Yeah.
Cool.
Exactly. All right, let's go. Early 2025. Oh, yes, please.
Nice. Oh. More scary games. Yeah.
Like one of your
what
games.
did you see? Okay, never mind. We're coming.
Is this VR?
Hello?
Oh. It already won Best Game in 2020? This looks like another one of those like streamer bait type games where you just like get a bunch of reacts from it.
Yeah, that's it. Like one of those.
All right, chat,
games
watch me shit my pants on screen.
Yeah, like my missus is always on TikTok and she'll send me a game where a streamer's playing this and screaming at something. She's like, you need to play this.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, it's a $4 game and it takes 20 minutes to finish. Oh, Phasmophobia. Okay, yeah, cool.
Oh, was that like PC only or something?
It must have been, yeah.
My dear.
I don't think it's on PlayStation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've heard of that game before. I obviously haven't played it. I don't do scary games.
What the
This
fuck is
island
this?
offers everything you may need in your precious life. Vast forests, roaring rivers, and mountains of rock and ice. You
Unreal
are old
Engine.
enough now to know that for every bit of goodness in this world, an opposing force exists. In the heat of the earth resides a darkness you cannot fathom. Demons as old as time, my child. Do not doubt, even a light like yours can be tempted by the dark. You must always choose good. And that I know you will. Sepe, be resilient, be resourceful.
Oh, yellow
Be brave,
paint.
my son. Stay in the light, with Babu by your side, and may the magic of this island protect us all.
The Legend of Babu.
No. It's after you put it. It's Kana Bridge of Doggos.
So I was thinking the same thing this entire time. I was like, oh, this is like Kana Bridge of Spirits, but if you had fucking shit animation.
They put a red thing over the dog. Now it looks like
I gotta tell you,
Doggo
like,
War.
this might be harsh, but sorry, Midwest Games or Permanent Way, you're about to have some layoffs. Like, you are about to have some layoffs. Like Kana Bridge of Spirits, that game I criticized. I was like, I feel like with that game, they just wanted to have like their own like kind of like DreamWorks Pixar type movie, but then they didn't like get approval to make a movie, so they're like, let's just make it a game. And then they made it a game. But at least in that game, all of the characters looked good. And I don't mean like they were sexually attractive, but like this game, like a lot of the main character and the dog even looks weird. It's like fucking off. And it's just like, maybe it's an art style, but I'm going to tell you right now, you're not going to be flying off shells. You're not going to be flying off shelves. This game is not going to do that well. That's my prediction.
So I was going to say, but I didn't want to interrupt, obviously, the trailer, but I feel like there's a disconnect between the dog design and the tone and everything else of the game. And I feel like it was a certain type of game, and they went, why don't we make this more cozy? Why don't we make this more cute? And then now the main character is probably a lot more softer looking than battle hardened as you would be if you have to fight all these enemies. And the dog is like cute and fluffy, as opposed to like a war wolf or a dog. You know what I mean? That's just,
I don't know.
I feel like there was some sort of change in development where they're like, oh no, but we want this, and there's sort of like some sort of pulling it.
I'll tell you, there's about to be a fucking change in their departments. like I'm sorry, if any of you who work at this place are watching this up and coming podcast, we're just surpassing 250 subscribers because we are fucking legit. Your game's gonna flop, dude. This is a pile of dog shit, and you are gonna have an abysmal launch. And I'm sorry to tell you that however long you worked on this was a waste of time. I'm sorry.
So this, at the moment, to me, seems like it's a game where you've got 3 days of Game Pass left.
For this, I feel like you've got 1 day of Game Pass, and you're like, oh, what's this? And you download it, you play it for 2 minutes, and you're like, uninstall. You're like, no,
okay, I'm done.
I'm not going to waste my time with this.
But Doggo, instant win, right?
No.
But Doggo. That's what I feel like. I feel like I'd love to find out later that the dog was changed. And the look of the main character was changed, because I feel like I would be like, yep, called it. But
just find these games so insulting because it just looks like Unreal Engine slop, and it's just I bet you the story's gonna be shit, the characters are shit, and it's just I don't know, I can already tell, and it's just hey, prove me wrong, sell 5 million units, and it's just prove me wrong.
So we're all hyping up games transferring over to Unreal Engine because of the fact that we know that the games will come out faster overall compared to not using Unreal because of how many devs can use it. But I feel like long term, it's actually going to create it's going to be overall a net loss for the industry, because it's just going to be so much homogenization of all these games just looking the same, feeling the same. And if there's one bug, it's bugs basically through everything. And overall, I think
it's a double-edged sword, because
we won't know that till long term.
Short rant on Unreal Engine before we keep going here.
Yeah.
There are a lot of pros. Yeah, there's a lot larger pool of people who can learn Unreal Engine and be proficient in it without having to learn a proprietary game engine. And what's great is developers don't have to be technology startups and make their own game engine and then have to suffer through all of the legwork of doing that. Square Enix learned that with the engine that they used to make Final Fantasy 15 and Forspoken. That game engine was just a nightmare. And the creation engine, we all know how that's going. And it's just every now and then you have a banger, like the Decima engine works really well. Yeah, and From Software has been using the same engine since Armored Core 4 on the PS3. So and then you just incrementally update it to match modern gameplay stuff. But what happens with Unreal Engine on the flip side is that a lot of people make assets available that are very cheap and get popular in their own store. And then a lot of people just buy the same assets. So the same pool of assets just end up in all these games, and they end up, like Wara said, looking samey. And if you just use a lot of the stock stuff that Unreal gives you, all of your games kind of feel the same. So that's why a lot of these games will feel and play the same way, because they're just using the stock way that a character moves, the stock attack animation, all of that stuff. So, but I'm just looking at this trailer and it actually upsets me that I'm just what were you thinking? A lot of these studios just fly me down and have me watch your shit, and I will tell you straight up change that or you're gonna flop. I'm sorry, but I don't want to waste any more time on The Legend of Babu. That game's gonna fucking flop, and I hope all of you working there update your resume. So yeah, that's my prediction. Sorry. Bold strategy, Colin. Sees it pays off. People are like, damn.
What are you really thinking?
Yeah.
Is dead.
Oh, I think I know what this is.
Swore to protect it.
Because I saw it earlier today.
I failed.
Oh, you know what it is?
Now I walk the
God, I
path
saw it on X.
of blood
X.com.
until my mission is fulfilled. I will not rest until all traitors are silenced and our stolen kingdom returned. Who dares to question my will, standing in the way of my redemption?
It's a redemption nerd. Redemption.
A lot of hands.
Oh, is it like rendering two worlds at the same time? It's like, oh, another gratuitous feet shot.
Oh, that gold arc looked a lot like the one from
I thought it looked like Malakath's attack in Elden Ring.
Yeah, that's it.
You are just another lost soul, trying to oppose fate.
Like, why have that nice fur coat and not use the sleeves of it?
We can flick it off real quick.
Oh, okay, yeah. Wu Chang, Fallen Feathers.
Nice.
It definitely looks like an improvement over the trailer that they showed off. I feel like it was like over 2 years ago now. And then in that trailer, I felt like they just ripped off a ton of From Software like sounds and just like, I don't know, some stuff. Like, I feel like the UI looked very Bloodborne with like a mix of Sekiro. This did look better. Let's start with the positives for Wu Chang Fallen Feathers. I think the atmosphere looks great. The aesthetic looks great. I think the environments look great. I feel like the bosses that we did see looked very creative. But I still feel like, here's my negatives. I still feel like the movement looked a little weightless and floaty, typical Unreal Engine. And I felt like some of the camera stuff too, when you were like moving in for an attack or getting attacked, like I felt like the camera looked a little bit off. And it kind of reminded me of Lords of the Fallen a little bit with some of like when you do the parry and then you can do like the finisher attack, and it showed the big kanji symbol. So I feel like this game is going to be like all show and no play. So like I feel like the combat's not going to be very fluent. It's not going to feel that good.
Yeah, so from what I can tell, it looks like when you see these trailers, like, and you see a boss is coming at the character, and then you do a bow attack where it just so happens to stop that attack. It's just like, okay, I'd want to know before I take that attack that it's actually going to break the enemy's posture and they're not going to keep attacking me. Otherwise, you're just going to get smashed, right?
Yeah.
So the reason I'm saying that is, like, that could make it so that the combat could be terrible, right? And I want there to be demos in games so I can actually play it for myself, so I can get a feel for how that is, because the trailer can be misleading. Like, maybe that attack always makes it so it breaks the enemy's posture or stops the attack. Or maybe they did that attack because they knew the enemy would be broken for the trailer recording. I don't know. Or maybe 4 times out of 5 it breaks it and the 5th time it won't. But who knows? Either way, I'm big on demos these days. Glad they've made a resurgence, because downloading a whole game or buying a game and it being terrible it sucks. Terrible for you, for yourself. Maybe you just hate it, but
yeah.
From what I saw there, it's it could be good, but it also looks like the animations are super long. And again, I don't know if that's going to feel good or going to feel terrible.
I will definitely try this one out because this one does look like the better of, and I think it's super cool, and I feel like this is another studio from China. Like China's is crushing lately.
They are. Where have they been?
Yeah, like they're just coming out with some bangers. So I really hope I'm wrong, but I do feel like the combat and the fluidity of the movement is going to be this game's Achilles heel. So I know a lot of people are like, this game looks W, like it's going to be so good. It's just like, shut up. You don't know anything. Like a lot of people who don't even play Souls games, talk this
it shouldn't even we shouldn't even need to say it visually looks stunning. Because that's everyone can see that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's visually stunning. Cool. That doesn't mean I'm going to have a blast playing it anyway.
Well, I'll play it on Game Pass for sure. All right, let's keep going.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, is this Control Part 2?
This place was always dangerous. And weird.
Dark Part 2?
From Remedy.
Policy and procedure used to keep us in control.
Ooh.
But now, we
co-op.
need a new
co-op.
approach.
Oh, the mode. Damn. Did not see this coming. Absolutely didn't.
Is this going to be DLC for Control or an expansion? Because this is all shit from In Control. Well, not the paint gun.
That's a cool gun.
Baby, this house is on fire.
And it's first person too.
Weapons are awesome. Are they weapons from the normal game? I didn't get that far.
Control, you just get a pistol that can turn into a shotgun that can turn into an automatic weapon. FBC Firebreak. So it's a new game.
Well, they're definitely capitalizing on the
about
IP.
Designing its first ever multiplayer game, exclusive.
Oh my God. Pause. Random. Okay.
Didn't have that on my bingo card.
No. Yeah, they're definitely getting all the squeeze they can out of Control and Alan Wake for sure.
Yeah.
I'm not a big FPS co-op type person, so if this looks cool for you, then great. I don't know. I'm not the demographic.
For me, being someone who normally plays these types of games, I feel like this looks like it could be an absolute blast. If it is, you got 3-player co-op and you're just mowing down random enemies. I don't want to overhype it and I don't want to get hate, but that reminded me or made me remember Left 4 Dead. And I don't know if you played that game, Jimmy, but I know I know it looks nothing like it, but I just feel like the memories of that game where you're just going from point to point, just mowing down enemies and stuff like that. Just a fun.
That was a great game.
Experience. Yeah,
sneaking up to the witch and then shooting her and then triggering the witch next to your friend and then running away.
Oh yeah, just that and Left 4 Dead 2, which I didn't play as much of, but yeah, just memories of that. And I feel like if they nail this, then it can be an absolute blast. Yeah,
you know what? I think I might try this then. FPC Firebreak, cool, from Remedy, out of left field. I keep pressing on the wrong one.
Exclusively on Xbox Wire.
Xbox Wire, everybody, make sure you're subscribed.
Exclusive content.
Yeah, dude, that and I'm looking at that dog right now and it's pissing me off.
if I get confirmation that it was changed and he was changed, yeah.
This kind of feels like it's the end.
Yeah.
Coming to Game Pass. Okay, FPC Firebreak's on Game Pass. Okay.
Good.
Thanks for watching. All right. What were your thoughts on the Xbox Partner Preview?
So again, I like that this was shadow dropped and it didn't have any massive hype behind it. No one to sit there and say, we're going to see this, that, and the other and theorize and all the rest. Bam, it just dropped. It was good that we had no expectations. This is all partner stuff. So anyone who says COD should have been there is silly. COD's owned by Xbox. That's not a partner. So I think for this show, it was a really good showing, a good blend of lots of different games. You had your cozy stuff with the bikes. You had a couple of Souls-likes, even though I hate Souls-like titling, but that's what they are. Unfortunately, that's what everyone's accepted them as. Then you've got your shooters, your multiplayer shooters, your DLC stuff. I think this was a good blend. I think this was a good show.
It definitely was a lot of... There was a diverse amount of game shown. Yeah. I think there was, like, again, I'm a very pessimistic type person, and I have a very small amount of things that get me hyped. And but even still, like, I think there was something for everybody here. I agree with you. I love that it was a shadow dropped and it was just like a bunch of partner stuff, but it's also like getting me like kind of a little bit jacked and tanned for 2025. Like I feel like 2025 is going to be like a pretty crazy year because I feel like a lot of stuff got delayed and then they pushed it until 2025. And I feel like the same thing happened in 2023. Like a lot of shit that was supposed to launch in 2022 got pushed to 2023 and everyone just kept doing that. And then 2023 became this insane year filled with a ton of games. Whereas, like, I bet you, like, a lot of them, if they were released in slower years, would have done a lot better. Final Fantasy 16. I'm shocked that so many people are sleeping on Final Fantasy 16 or like don't really like it. I think it's a great game, and I feel like if it released in like 2021 or 2020 or this year, like I think it would have done a lot better. Well, it did kind of launch this year.
Yeah, I agree. And just saying that, I just realized that people might have been expecting Final Fantasy 16 to be shown at this. Because a lot of people were theorizing that it was coming to Xbox as well.
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah, unfortunate. Because, you know, I want more gamers to experience that game because I agree with you, Jimmy. I feel like it just launched and it was just bad timing and it didn't get very many sales. I just want more people to experience that game. Yes, it's not it's not the same as a lot of other Final Fantasies, but it's still a great game.
It's a fantastic game. I don't know.
Yeah,
It's definitely different, but it's just it's a fucking kick-ass action game. I was playing it last night on a test stream, and which went well, by the way. Anyway, let's wrap it up about the Xbox partner preview. I thought it was great. I agree with you, Wara. I want to see more games available on all platforms, even though some of these platforms are not my first choice. I still think that anybody who went all in on one platform should have access to a lot of the games that are out there, unless they're like specific to that platform's first party studios. So like, I feel like everything deserves to have like a few exclusives, even though it's not really consumer friendly, but like that's how you sell your platform. You have to have a reason for people to go to your platform. But I feel like when third party titles that are not owned by that platform, Long being one of them, Game Science, like it just didn't release on Xbox due to like stupid reasons, like not getting the support that they need because the communication maybe isn't as good, blah blah blah. I don't want to get into a bunch of politics, but like I see the need for like Sony to protect its IP and to have like the next Last of Us game or the next God of War game be exclusive to their system, and then also like Xbox having, I think they need to go more into like having their own exclusives like the Halos and those types of games. And now they're kind of just like opening it up to everybody, but I don't know. Talking about the showcase, I think this was like it was good. Wasn't great, wasn't amazing. It was good.
Yeah, I agree 100%. It was a good showcase. Had a good spread. So yeah.
All right. Well, that's kind of all we had for this week's episode. I know this is shorter than what you guys were expecting, but we rambled on for like a bit over an hour. But make sure you check out all of our video reviews on our YouTube channel. We've got more on the way. Warren and I and Max, we're working hard on getting more reviews out, but we're just like, we're not one of those 3-letter review sites who has a team of people who like one person plays the game, one person writes the thing, and then the other person narrates it. We're doing it all ourselves, and Also, we don't get free codes. Like, I know we're a huge
Or
channel.
early access, yeah.
We're just passing 250 subs. We're big time. Like, I know, like, I'm getting calls from Jeff Bezos all the time, but we don't get free codes. So we're buying these on our own because we want to review them and we want to do our way that we review them. I know a few people have commented that, like, they're like, what's a bunch of numbers and it makes no sense. And it's just like, it's in depth for a reason. And if you want to learn more about it, go to our website, basegamereviews.com.
Very clear on the website, yeah.
Wara, do you got anything that you want to plug on your own channel or anything that you got releasing soon?
I'm going to be playing that game today, and I'm going to stream that on Warrawana Plays, my gameplay channel. So that game that came up before, Blind Fire, I'm going to download that. I'm going to get into some games and see if I can see, or how much I have to pay to see.
Yeah, so work on your React face.
They want how much? They want how much?
Yeah, like the.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so I'll check that out and do a video up there, and then my next review for Base Game Reviews is going to be Zelda Echoes of Wisdom, and I'm going to start doing that video soon. All right.
Yeah. And I'm working on Metaphor, ReFantasia. Wara warned me before I picked that game up that it was like a 50-hour campaign. So yeah, I'm not getting a lot of sleep, people. So I hope you're happy.
Godspeed, Jimmy.
Yeah. All right, everybody. Well, we're out of here, and the next time we see you, it'll be episode 10. We might do something cool. We might not. Whatever. We might just like phone it in. Who gives a shit? But do us a favor. Have yourselves a great day, everybody.
See you later.
Cheers.